Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for August 24th, 2026 for Joe Speaker 2448 and Ramp It Up Salon.
Hi.
Hey, apparently it's the day before Gamescom. I didn't keep track, so I was with Devil Spice. It's apparently tomorrow. I'm like, cool. Maybe there'll be something of interest there. Granted, I think the only show is opening night live. Well, no. Microsoft might be doing a thing. For all that's worth. Neither show sounds appealing, does it?
No, not really, no.
I'm just like, oh, good, a Jeff Keighley show. Well, that means I'm going to get slammed with like 50 million things and remember maybe like 2 of them. But yeah, but we still have news. It's some decent to good news and one terribly depressing one. But before we get into any of that, Tommy, what have you been playing the last couple of weeks?
About the only thing has been, like I said in the pre-show, I finished the first credits of Raiders. And I say it that way because I get the funny feeling there's possibly a second, but I am in post of the main game part of it at the very least.
I was trying to think if any other split-screen game had a second credit sequence that wasn't an expansion.
It feels like there's enough content where they could squeeze out a second one, but there might not be.
I've continued running through Mercenaries retro achievements off stream. It is incredibly easy to die in that game. Because there's a guy with a rocket launcher basically every encounter in that game. And one good rocket launcher shot basically drops you to 20 health out of 100. And health is not very plentiful in the game if you don't call it in. So I basically struggled on the second Ace contract because it's like, well, I want to get this guy alive because I've been getting them all alive so far. And that's the retro achievement, basically. And one time I had the guy cuffed. I called in the helicopter for extraction. I was taking out some guys, and then out of nowhere, a truck runs me over and kills me. Literally blindsided by the truck. And I was like, fuck.
That sounds on point, actually.
Yeah, this game is... I'm finding that this game is rough difficulty-wise. I do not remember this game being incredibly difficult, but it is proving to be difficult. I don't know if me running the EE on it a little bit lower so cutscenes play at a proper frame rate is a part of it. It doesn't feel like that's affecting anything. It just feels like there's just some missions that I'm just banging my head against the wall on for a little bit, and then I get it, and it's fine. I haven't been going I haven't tried to go for the bonus objectives for some missions, because some retro achievements want you to complete the mission with the bonus objective. So there's one mission where it's like, you have to take out these 4 targets, but you can't be seen while doing it. And I'm like, that's easier said than done. So I didn't, eventually. But I'm still enjoying chipping away at it. I've swapped over to PS2 Transformers for retro achievement stream stuff since I need to grind levels for Muramasa to get the last blade to do the 3rd endings for that game. I just gotta find somewhere to grind levels and also get, I believe there's 2 blades I need to get to unlock basically the rest of the skill tree, because how the skill tree is set up is there are certain blades you get for completing chapters or completing these boss dens, basically, and they kind of act as a lockout, because otherwise the tree kind of slows down and gives you access to more blades. So if you don't get those, you can keep going as long as you have the experience and the stuff to like make it. There's also the case of, can you wield it? Do you have enough strength and vitality to wield it? Because that's the thing in the game. You can cheat that with certain like accessories and stuff to like get a blade or be wielding a blade that you're not supposed to. I would not be surprised if that's a speedrun thing.
Oh, you know it.
Oh, good lord.
What?
The Samus and Viola amiibo? Someone in a Discord admin posted a picture of it being down to $12 at Target.
Huh.
Like, damn. But besides those, I've decided that to get me to actually print and make sure that all those Cammy Cat models that I've made actually function, maybe I should print those and put them on my shelf. So I've got the double and drive ones on my shelf at the moment. I was going to print Forza, but I ran into several different printing issues, and I need to sit down, hopefully tomorrow if I muster up the desire for it, to print this temperature tower. It's supposed to tell you what the best temperature for you to print at is, since a lot of like barometric and like God, what's the word I'm looking for? Elevation stuff changes how that should be. So I need to print that and see what gives the best print temperature wise and then go from there. So I want to get the Forza one printed because that's just 5 pieces and be one of the simpler ones for me to print and not take like 12 hours.
Oh.
That's why I've not printed. It is why I've not printed this Kekara from Geets model I got off of, I think, Cults 3D. Someone made a 3D model of it you could 3D print, because it takes like 12 hours for you to print at its full size. Which I don't think I would. I would probably print it at something smaller to not take 12 hours. So I don't have to babysit my printer for 12 hours. Man, that's basically all I've been doing. So shall we get to the news?
I guess we shall.
So, developing story from the last couple of weeks, and we'll probably continue to develop. Take-Two is currently subpoenaing Microsoft and Discord, and I think they are doing X now, to try to identify who is leaking bits and pieces of GTA 6 repeatedly. And I think, I don't know if it's true or not, I forgot to look into it, that they may or may not have a dead man switch of, if they get caught, they'll just release a build of GTA 6 online. I don't know what's happening anymore with this, but like, someone's gotten a hold of a build of GTA 6 and has been releasing bits and pieces of it, and everyone's all up in a tizzy about it. And I could absolutely give a hoot about the entire situation outside of, oh look, they're pulling a bunch of Discord information for no good fucking reason to find this one person. That I'm like, I feel like you should probably know who this is. Don't you have people whose job it is internally is to make sure this shit doesn't happen, and if it does, you find them?
No, because that would cost money.
True, and we can't spend more money than we're supposed to, especially on people. It's not like Rockstar like fired a bunch of people that were trying to get a union going at their studios. That didn't happen in the last like 2 months.
Yeah. Exactly. So you get it.
That is also why I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's because I know about that, and I've watched a couple of videos about it where they actually talk to the people who got fired. and I'm like, you know what, Rockstar? Fuck you. Maybe that person should just put the build out there just because go fuck yourselves, basically. But yeah, that's basically the short and long of it. Is how do you feel about this?
Meh.
I also kind of look at this and be like, you better not be getting my Discord information out of this for no fucking good reason. Why would you think that person is in our Discords?
I mean, could be anywhere. I mean, if you're that gonna be that paranoid, could be anywhere.
Yeah. Next up, Jeff Keighley talked about his opening night live, which is it's, I guess tomorrow or something. Mostly just talking about how much it costs and the like, and some stuff that would appear there. So new Metro, new Gears of War, new Final Fantasy VII, and Anata. Do you remember Anata?
No.
That's the gacha game that has the Spider-Man swinging.
Still don't remember it.
I don't blame you. I kept forgetting what the name of it was because I'm like, wait, was that the NTE game that came out recently? No, that has no Spider-Man swinging. What the fuck was the gacha game that has Spider-Man swinging that we looked at like 6 months ago? That just went poof and then never showed again. It's like, oh, it's that name. It's probably why I don't remember it. We also got a Witcher 3 expansion, Songs of the Past. Are you at all excited for opening night live? You have any hopes for it?
Nah.
Can I get a new Ace Attorney?
No.
Damn it.
Denied.
I'm just staring at Capcom being like, okay, you're reviving Onimusha, you're reviving Okami, you're reviving Mega Man, you're doing all this stuff. Why can't you just fart out a new Ace Attorney?
That
Why
would
is
be
it the cheapest?
too much like work.
It is the cheapest thing you can make.
Yes.
I guarantee you an Ace Attorney game is cheaper than anything else they're putting out on the table right now. And you're telling me you can't just make one and go?
Nope. Too hard. It don't you know it's too hard to do the easy thing?
Yeah. So in sad news for the FGC folks, you remember that Riot Fighting game?
Yeah.
Well, it's no longer going to be in development, or no longer receive active development as of December. So basically, it's going to just be in maintenance mode past December. They're going to put in whatever they want to put in now and call it a day. This basically meant the game lasted 6 months, I think.
I mean, that's better than some of them.
PC early access in September 2025. And January 20th was when it jumped to consoles and went 1.0. So basically 8 months, just about. And I guess full service of it would be like a full year at that point. So yeah, apparently there's been talk from buying in folks of like, why didn't this work? And I don't know, that name is a good starting point. Because, yeah, that's not a great name.
What do you mean? It's
Like
totally
that,
clear on what it is.
Oh yeah. Decoding 2XKO, meaning it's a tag fighter. Yep, that really sells you on what the game is. League has honestly never supported or really advertised any of their expanded titles. And honestly, is League really even that relevant these days? Outside of people desiring to shit on League?
I mean, I think competitive, yes.
Okay.
But, I mean, no more than it's ever been at that point, too.
Okay. It felt like League was like, I don't know, less pop culturally relevant than it used to be these days. So I feel like just putting a thing out there wouldn't be enough. They had to actually like put effort into it, and it didn't feel like they really put effort into this game. Like, I mean, the rest of their games.
To be fair, has Riot really put an effort into any of their games?
No.
Exactly.
This is
I mean, can't really get aggravated on that side of it, that's for sure.
Yeah. This is like what, their seventh attempt at making a League, I don't want to call it an expanded universe, but like an extra League game that isn't the MOBA.
I mean, you're actually kind of right. Expanded universe.
Yeah. But like, it's the seventh one, and I can guarantee some people are going to miss what they are. I barely know all of them. But yeah, another one bites the dust. A bit of sad news before we get to the happier Kingdom Hearts news, but Kyrie's original voice actress, Hayden Panettiere, I believe, has unfortunately passed away. She was 36. No details on why she passed away, but it was kind of suddenly just dropped, I think the night of it happened. I was like, oh, that sucks. Also, I did not realize that we've had 2 voice actors for Kyrie.
I feel like I knew that, though.
It probably did for me, but I just never registered it. Yeah, sad news. It sucks to see. But the happier Kingdom Hearts news was Kingdom Hearts was at D23 and got a fairly extended look. Somehow.
I mean,
so
it exists more than KH3 did at this point in development.
Literally. So they showed off a pretty decent look at Coco at the Coco World. Sora is there solo with the 2 main characters from Coco. I have never seen Coco, so I can only just go, it's this movie. I've never seen this movie. Beyond that, we've got a Donald and Goofy segment where you play as both Donald and Goofy and hot swap between them. And there's a Mickey segment where he's doing like Paper Mario papercraft stuff to navigate a book world in a library. And then Riku shows up at the end. And then Kyrie is talking at the end of the trailer, apparently. And then as well, they had Tetsuya Nomura there, and he emphasized, this will come out next year. It will come out next year. We are not going to stall this out forever. It will be out next year. And I go,
it won't come out next year.
I can believe you as much as I want, Nomura, but it's not going to be your call if it gets delayed. It is going to come up from higher than you. But the other major thing is we're getting a Kingdom Hearts show. After we almost had a Kingdom Hearts show an eternity ago. So I think it was like some point after KH1 was released, there was one in development. They had a pilot in the works because there's storyboards for it. I don't think there was voice acting done for it, but I think one of the people did music for it. Chucka Conroy has a video on this where he talked to the person who did the music for it, if I recall correctly. But that was in development, but got canceled. It was going to be an adaptation of KH1, basically. But this is a brand new, a character who might be from one of the mobile games, which sours me immediately. But it will be on Disney Plus and Disney Channel. They're not just slamming this on a streaming service, which means they're taking it seriously?
Question mark?
I guess. No time or date, or no date or anything else like that. All we have literally is this graphic. So how do you feel about a Kingdom Hearts show?
I don't know.
You don't know how to feel about wider Kingdom Hearts narrative?
Yeah.
I think I went off about it this past week after it got announced of just like, look, I fell out of love with Kingdom Hearts' plot line, especially when now it's all like based around the mobile game stuff that you can't play, and you have to go watch like 20 hours of YouTube compilations of the cutscenes in order to like have an understanding of what's going on, because this new game may or may not explain that or give context to that at all. So I hope it's good. It's probably going on the wheel of adaptation either way. But yeah, any other thoughts of Kingdom Hearts' presence at D23?
No.
All right. Hey, remember how Twitch decided to throw or to scrape all of their channels and stuff for generative AI?
Yeah.
Well, now they're getting sued over it.
Yeah, that tracks.
So basically, our plaintiff, Warren Pandacea, is claiming that Amazon did not put effort into what they were scraping, and they're suing over this, and we will see how this goes. From my understanding of it, nobody at Twitch wanted to do this, but their bosses at Amazon said, fuck you, do it, and then they did it, and now they're like, hey, everyone should opt out of it, even if you're not a streamer, so we can take that number and show it Amazon. Look, no one cared. Let us turn this off. At least that's the story I've heard.
Somehow I could believe that.
Yeah. It would not surprise me that this was Amazon's like, we want data. For what? Why do you need our data on Twitch?
Because it's data.
What are you gonna do with it?
Sell it.
To who?
To the highest bidder.
Isn't the whole point of you scraping this for a generative AI means you already have the generative AI?
Yeah.
Like you're not.
But you can't sell AI, you gotta sell data. You're missing the real thing here. They didn't make the AI to be able to sell the AI. They made the AI to get the data to sell. Because that's how these corporations do.
Yes, we barter in data instead of the thing we actually do.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Crunchyroll in the last several weeks is made their storefront membership only, so you have to sign up for one of their tiered memberships in order to shop at their storefront, and they've delisted all the media and stuff from other companies that they've been selling on Crunchyroll. And Discotheque has been quietly just been happily to take pot shots at them at every opportunity. And I'm like, Discotheque's not doing anything special. They're just doing their job, which is to make Blu-rays and sell them. That is not a amazing concept. It's just their job. It's the business. And somehow we've reached the point where that is the bare minimum. We just can't expect a company to just make a product anymore and sell it.
No, that'd be too easy.
Anywho, last up, how would you like a brick-built Xbox?
A brick-built brick?
Yep. So we have a brick-built Xbox from Mattel's Brick Shop, which is their renaming of Mega Bloks, I believe. This goes along with their 360, which I completely forgot about until recently. I was like, oh yeah, they did a 360 already. So here's an Xbox to go with it. And I don't know if anybody would really want an Xbox, a brick-built Xbox One. So this kind of feels like the end point of this series. But would you like to take a guess on what the price is on this?
Entirely too much.
It's $324. And bear in mind, this is one-to-one. It's one-to-one scale. It's as big as a normal Xbox is. And which means that controller is as big as a Duke should be. Does that make it worth it?
No.
But it has these little display things that are built into it that you can slide out for Psychonauts, Halo, and Morrowind.
And
the control sticks move, I guess. Maybe.
Does it have backwards compatibility?
No.
Then the internet does not care.
Fair. Of course, now I'm like, how much was their 360? Oh, their 360 was... Ow. Their 360 was $162. I don't remember if this was one-to-one scale or not. No, it was 3/4 scale, so it was smaller. Which is probably why it's half the price. But the good news is Lego is making original Sony brick-built PlayStation. So now you can have the first of the major three's consoles in a brick-built form. It's not a really great thing, is it?
Not really, no.
So yeah. I could probably. This isn't mean to say this, but this is probably the best thing I'll see out of Xbox this week. It's this overpriced brick built box.
I mean, mean or accurate?
A bit of both.
Okay.
That's all the news we got. I guess a quick tangent. Oh, you don't have to show this on stream, but I guess we are, even though we are a week early on Zet's ending, we're probably calling our predictions since there's not much else to be said. Like, I'm pretty sure the Oblivion's getting beat by the not impact form, because that's the entire point of it.
By Impact 2.0.
Yeah. That does mean, since they're probably using the Atrium driver, that makes it 7 drivers, which
either way, we had the same count for drivers, so it don't change anything.
Yeah. Just trying to look through and see if there's anything else that needs to be updated now.
I didn't see anything else.
Yeah, that. How did we not have a heist episode?
Because the show dropped the ball in more ways than one.
Yeah, I can't wait to be the grumpy one about, like, I didn't really care for sets, and just put it in, like, my more bad and good category somewhere in the middle. And people be like, you really didn't like sets. I'm like, not much as I liked other shows, but I didn't hate it. Like, I don't hate the show with a burning passion of 1,000 suns. Hi, Kabuto, how are you doing?
It's not Kabuto for sure.
Yeah. But we hit a point in the show where the show forgot what it was needing to do. Yeah.
And it almost felt like they decided to pad instead.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not good.
No. It felt like they had it planned out to the twist. And then once they got to the twist, they're like, okay, what do we do now? Well, we got to get things back in order. Okay. We've got a new writer introduced. Okay.
We've still got to get things back in order.
We're out of ideas. Because we don't want to run back all the things that happened in the first half and do those again.
Even though they totally tried to at the beginning.
Yes. So we're like, okay, we need new stuff, but like, our 3 lords sucked. They just were like the most uninteresting things in existence. And like, Code is not an organization. It's a building where 2 people walk around in for a while.
Uh-huh.
Like, so yeah, with a final total of 6-9, I lose again. 0-5. Maybe I can win the stupid Zodiac show.
To be fair, I actually thought you would have had this one.
Yeah. It didn't help that I'm like, oh, they're going to do a Girls Remix crossover episode. Absolutely. Nope. Nope, we're not going to do that. Why would we? We literally had no one from Zets involved in any Girls Remix stuff, but we did have a Girls Remix episode that was like the best thing to ever happen. Like, I think that idea cost me greatly, because I was just like, yeah, they'll totally do a Girls Remix crossover thing like they did with Gotchard, completely forgetting that Gav did nothing with that.
Okay. To be fair, that's not what killed you, considering that I don't think we can actually say that any of our full predictions happened.
Yeah, none of that happened. We were 0-15 across the board on all of that.
like the closest thing that to any of the 6 that we have is the fact that Oblivion will not just go away.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Oblivion hasn't been sitting there smacking our writers in the face every week.
And he's only been around for 6 total episodes.
Instead
like a quarter.
Instead of like 16, like both Evolve and mainly Evolve.
Yeah. Like 6, like he has only been here for 6 episodes, and I'm like, you fucking suck as a final villain. Fuck off and die. Somebody should have writer kicked you into oblivion, because I'm so tired of you being like, Nem is scared. Therefore I could just erase everything from happening. You can't beat me. I'm so tired of it. He's like the most uninteresting final villain in existence, because he's like, nope, can't kill me because dream shit.
Coupled with the fact that Oblivion just appeared.
Yep. Alongside his other 2 buddies. So yeah, we will see how Mice goes. I have to change out the rider one, because I'm like, well, we're starting with 12, so this feels a little unfair. So I have to come up with something new for that, and then find new. I feel like one of them is going to be how many of these guys we're getting in the first quarter survive. Like, how many riders are dying before December ends? Because I have a sneaking suspicion that, some of these riders are going to be fucking dead before too long. They scream jobber.
That, or we're gonna have a Saber issue on our hands.
Oh god, no.
Where they all exist throughout the entire show. We just quit paying attention to like all but 4 of them for most of the show.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go gone, because the gimmicks are 2-faced basically, because they do one thing in Mice's driver and then one thing in the everyone else's driver, because I don't remember what it's actually called, but it's everybody else's driver basically. So when Mice gets the egg that is supposed to be someone else's transformation thing, it gives him a form. So I'm like, okay, so he has to get that away from them, and that means they probably die, or at least fuck off. Maybe? Like, the only real upside is I'm like, hey, we got a female rider again. We haven't had one of those in basically 2 years. Because we didn't get one in Gav, and no one counts in Zets because they are A, not a rider, and B, nothing of value. Yeah, I guess hopes for Mice, especially since we still don't know where it's going in terms of an official release.
Yeah.
I can't wait for them to be like, oh yeah, here's where it's going, like 2 weeks from, or like next week. It's like next Monday they'll be like, it'll be on the YouTube, and but not on Shouts. Nope, it's gonna be on Toei's YouTube. But we've got releases. You know what? On the 25th, Super Bomberman Collection for PS5 and Switch. Thank you, YH Merritt, for the follow. I gotta go down a mile long one from the 27th. Looking. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 for Series X, PlayStation 5, Switch, and Switch 2. That has Guns of the Patriots, the better game in that collection, which is Peace Walker, and I think the first ever re-release of Babel's Tower, which is a GB or a Game Boy Metal Gear game that I didn't even know existed until this collection, and Claire played through it on their stream. It is very like original Metal Gear 1 and 2 coded. Resonance, The Plague Tales Legacy for Series X and PlayStation 5. Star Wars Zero Company for Series X and PlayStation 5. Hey, look, a tactics game. Okay, I have to sell this. I love that Scale Up complimented Zero Company for doing the whole thing of traversing between the encounters that you do in the tactics game. But I just kind of had to look at that and go after playing Sparks of Hope, being like, did he forget that both Mario plus Rabbids games did exactly that? Did he forget that part? Even though he did bring up Mario plus Rabbids in that preview. Let's see. Oops, I forgot space there. Let's see. On the 28th, Switch 2 version of Super Bomberman Collection for Switch 2. Vampire Survivors Legacy of the Blood Moon for Xbox One, Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition for Switch 2. On September 1st, Capcom Arcade Second Stadium for Xbox One and Switch. Shell Divers for Series X. On the 3rd, Avatar Legends, the fighting game for Series X. Orbitals for Switch 2. Onimusha Wave of the Sword for Series X, PlayStation 5, and Switch 2 comes out September 4th. And that's it. I got nothing else. That's a cross section of releases for the next couple of weeks. But anything else?
No.
All right, then Thursday we'll be continuing Sparks of Hope. Friday, it's Metabots. I don't think Tommy has ever played a Metabots game before.
I don't think so, actually.
I have played one for a little bit, I think, on stream. So I kind of know what to expect, unless this GameCube one is vastly different. We'll see. Saturday, we'll be back to Monster Hunter Rise. And then Sunday, we continue our run through of G Gundam. So if you like what you're seeing, folks, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Exclamation point YouTube and chat gives us a YouTube archive for this and all our other streams. Exclamation point social and chat gets a handle to our social media so you know when we're live. Exclamation point Discord and chat. Let's link, drop by, say hi. We'll see you Thursday, folks.